Hey everybody, Pat Wallace here with you. Wanted to share these archived videos with you from the 2020 election. These are your incumbents and some of the return challengers. Now, this is your chance to reply. This is your chance to make a difference. Now check it out. Hey Tuskegee, it's time for another episode of Tuskegee Online, the digital platform that lets you get up close and personal with the candidates that are seeking your vote on August 25th in the municipal elections. In the studio, we have Mr. Orlando Whitehead, who is going for District 3 of the City Council. Welcome to the forum, Mr. Whitehead.
Thank you.
Please state your name, the office you are seeking, and define the role and responsibilities of that office as you see them.
Well, again, good evening. My name's Orlando Whitehead, and I'm seeking the position of Tuskegee City Council member, District 3. District 3 consists of the area from Main Street, the right side of Main Street, all the way down to Sojourner. And my role would be to listen to the people of District 3, my constituents, and they'll bring what they want to do forward into the City Council. Thank
you. Could you please tell the citizens what is your vision for the city of Tuskegee?
Well, my vision is practically what we grew up as. It's what we grew up, what we had when we grew up. Being down at Albert Park, playing baseball, swimming, the older people coming out watching us, sitting on the porch having a good time, clean neighborhoods, no dilapidated housing, paved streets. That's my vision of Tuskegee again. And also have a nice downtown area that we can sit down and enjoy each other, have just a good time, and have most of all have a safe and secure environment.
Excellent. Okay, let's get in here and chop it up right quick. This is a good question for you. Okay, so now for quite some time there's been a serious housing crisis in Tuskegee. Particularly for the students, but for everybody. Everybody's feeling it right now. And the students should not have to leave Tuskegee for housing. Right now in District 3, there is a huge vacant complex now called Macon Gardens. Many of us remember it from childhood. We all remember this place. Could you explain to the citizens why it has been vacant for so long, and what would you do if elected as councilperson for District 3 to fix that problem and other vacant properties that could be used?
Well, currently there are a few people living in Macon Gardens, and at one point they had a developer that was working on it, but I think something happened financially or whatnot. I'm not sure exactly what happened, or I'm not at liberty to talk about that part of it. But I think I would go in and meet with the developer, the owner of the property, get with some of the contractors here, some stakeholders here, and let's try to get that place up, running, and developed, because the kids need those apartments for school. Right now, currently, you have students living in Auburn behind the Walmart down there. That don't make any sense. They should be living here in Tuskegee, spending their money in Tuskegee, they go to school here. Why they got to live up in Auburn? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Understood. Thank you. Regarding a topic that you mentioned earlier that's near and dear to all of our hearts, mine too, and many of the citizens in Tuskegee, one of the absolute treasures in District 3 is being squandered. It's called Abbott Park, and a consensus among the citizens is they would like to see it restored for use by the entire community. Please tell the citizens what your plan is and what you would do about the revitalization of this special place.
Well, first of all, Albert Park holds a very dear place in my heart. I grew up right up the street from Albert Park on Church Street. And if you look at my platform, I talk about recreation. And Albert Park is the place that we should start. I believe we should start working at Albert Park, because it's in less disarray than the city park right now. We can get the swimming pool up and running. We can get the tennis courts done, the baseball field done, basketball court redone, surfacing. What we have to do though is we're gonna have to get the community involved. Because the city, I don't know financially what we'll be able to do, all we'll be able to do from the city, but we got to get this community involved. We got to get stakeholders involved. What if you get contractors around here to donate their time? You can get material donated from the hardware, different places. I'm sure if we get the people, the right person, get the people together, someone that they trust, can get the people, everyone together, all the stakeholders together, we can get Albert Park up and running. And if we might have to tear down the old building, put a new one there, we might be able to fix that building. But we need to get Albert Park up and running because the kids have nothing to do, y'all. That's one of the problems now. They have nothing to do, nowhere to go, so they hanging out and doing a lot of the wrong things.
Thank you. Another question. How do you think the city should manage and protect the citizens in this era of COVID-19?
Well, personally, as most people know, I work for the Macon County Sheriff's Office. So I'm out there every day in the COVID-19. We have to do our job. We have no choice. But the citizens need to be informed of what's going on. If I'm elected to the council, I'm gonna give you steady alerts if it's through Tuskegee Virtual, through other Facebook sources, whatever, the newspaper, but keep people informed of what's going on. Keep social distances and meet with them and just find out what needs they might have, and if they need masks, gloves, or whatever, let's try to get it to them. Sanitize, whatever. We got to look out for the community and keep them involved and take care of the community.
Thank you. Another question for you. What are your 5 top priorities for the city, and how would you address those priorities?
Well, my first priority is, like I said before, a safe and secure environment. So that comes back to being law enforcement. I mean, that's my pet peeve. That's what I've done for 32 years is law enforcement. So, first of all, I'm gonna address law enforcement, the police department, work with them hand in hand, and go back to the old school police. Some folks call it community police. I just call it old school. You get out, you meet Miss Jones, you check on her, see how she's doing. You walk the streets downtown, you check on the businesses, go door to door, make sure the business is okay at nighttime. We're not doing that. You can't sit in your car and police. So that's my pet peeve. My second thing is we gotta stop wasteful spending. I heard other candidates talk about, well, we increase the revenue, but we gotta take care of the revenue we have, y'all. We have to take care of it. We can't just wastefully spend what we got. We gotta take care of what we got. We don't know what's gonna come in, especially during this time. So we gotta watch every penny. Watch every penny. That's my second thing. My third thing is accountability and transparency. We need to keep the citizens informed of what you're doing, what's going on in council, what's your vision, what your goals are. They didn't know what's going on. If you keep them informed, they'll feel like they're a part of what's going on. Okay? My fourth thing, of course, like what somebody said today, the elephant in the room, paving the roads. We got to fix these roads. If you look, we get about over $200,000 every year from the state in gasoline tax and capital improvements. I don't know what we're doing with the money, but that's one thing right there. We got to go out and get some more grants for infrastructure improvements, small town grants. Get them in. We got to get these roads paved and whatnot, because we done waited so long that they're so bad. Most of the roads you got to scrape them and redo all of them over again now. Patching, put some sand in the hole, not gonna last no time, y'all. Come on, it's not gonna last. We got to get with the county to get that plant open on 199 where we go get our fuel at in our vehicles. That plant sitting right out there, get it up and running and pave these streets and whatnot. And my last thing, of course, is recreation. Like I said before, recreation is a pet peeve of mine also.
Thank you. Let's delve a little deeper into 2 things. First of all, let's talk about accountability. One question that has been asked repeatedly through the course of these forums is about the budget. Would you be open to having the budget made public in the paper or some kind of other way, or put online for the citizens to see all of the numbers?
Man, I'm gonna be more than open. Hell, that's all. That's what I want to do. You put it out there. If you got nothing to hide, just put it out there. Let the people know how their money is being spent, not the council's money. The citizens of Tuskegee need to know how their money is being spent. They need to have a budget out there. The audit need to be put out there too. So if I'm sitting at the house, I can go to the website, click on it, and see, hey, they spent this much on capital improvement. They spent this much on sanitation. They spent this much on wages for the fire department. You need to be able to see that. It doesn't make any sense that you should, for, like I said, being transparency. We got to do it.
Okay, one more thing I want you to get a little deeper into. We all love our football and our sports. Tell us more about your ideas about what kind of recreation you can envision for the city.
Well, minus COVID, we should be in the evening times, spending summer, going to watch the kids play baseball and softball. We should be able to go up and back in the day, the college kids came down and played. My brother was in the 8th grade, used to play basketball with the college kids down at Albert Park. He learned how to be an athlete playing those guys older than him, and that made a better person out of you. Instead of finding a gun to shoot, they were out doing something constructive.
Got you. Excellent. I have another question for you regarding the university in general. As a council person for District 3, what do you see as being, how do you envision a good relationship with the university? What would you do, and how does that look to you?
Well, a good relationship with the university would have been, they would have talked to me on the council, or us on the council, and let us know they needed some housing. First of all, that would have been a good relationship with the university. They would have come to say, hey, mayor, council, we need some housing for the students. Can you help us? What do you do? Okay, let us sit down and take. Let us get some of the property owners, some of the contractors right here, and see what they can get up and running. You know, I got a friend of mine. He found, once he found out about it, he bought a couple of houses and got them up and running for the kids now. But a lot of more folks could have done that. I got stopped by one gentleman and told me at the door, if he had known it, he could have been had housing up ready for him to go. But he didn't know anything about it. No one told him. So that's an example of having a good relationship with the university. They would come and talk to us.
Thank you. We touched on this earlier, and you mentioned it being the big fat elephant in the room. This is another question that goes a little deeper into that. How would you fund the repair and pavement of these city streets?
Well, first of all, I touched on it. I said we do receive some funds from the state of Alabama, gasoline tax, which is called Rebuild Alabama. We receive some funds there. We probably received this past year over $200,000. Okay, there are also grants. They did do a grant for Brown Street. Miss Diane White wrote a grant for Brown Street. But there are more grants out there, more stuff out there. So what we need to do is we need to come up with a strategic plan. We need to say, okay, 5 years, our 5-year strategic plan. We need to say, okay, we're gonna look at our worst streets, the worst streets we need to do, prioritize them, do a timeline. Okay, put it out there, timeline. This allocate the funds from the funds come from here, the funds come from that. This is how much it's gonna cost for this street to get done. So, and put it out there, let the citizens know, so they'll know we're gonna pay Webb Street this year. 6 months later, we're gonna start paving Bill Street. Then we're gonna come on, we're gonna finish up at Roberson. You know, it's just, they should know, so they should never have to wonder. They know 5 years out, or whatever the time they want to do, that these streets are going to be paved. They need to know that. But we have to go after, we got to think outside the box. We can't keep thinking the old way, because this is not old way times. Right now, we got to do something different, because we're in a crisis right now. We got to fix our city. We got to find money other places, but we got to go out and look for it. We can't just sit back and say, well, somebody will come up, we'll find it. No, you got to go out and look for it.
Thank you very much. We're going to get into our online questions with our online monitor, Miss Elise Tolbert. Miss Tolbert.
Good evening.
Good evening.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you have a question that you would like to ask, please enter your question into the chat box, starting with your first and last name. Our first question this evening comes from Miss Elaine Harrington. Her question is, if elected as District 3 Councilman, what plan will you pursue to match your district role with your career role regarding law enforcement?
Good question, Dr. Harris. It's going to intertwine very good because I'm out amongst people all day long. So my constituents will never have a problem finding me. Then I'm out riding. When I'm not in my office, I'll be out riding and seeing what's going on, checking on things. You know, that's part of what I do anyway, all day, but I just been doing it more into the city too, because we do the whole county. So that's your question. They go together hand in hand.
Thank you. Our next question comes from Mr. Scott Muhammad. His question is, I cannot overstate the seriousness of the COVID-19 crisis in my Ridgewood community. Are you aware of the critical and peculiar vulnerabilities of this limited resource and underserved community in this pandemic? If not, why should we give you our vote?
Yes, COVID-19, Mr. Muhammad, is something serious. We have to educate people more on this. For instance, we can't keep having these gatherings, y'all. Folks gathering maybe around the lake. They still gathering. We got to educate people, let them know you cannot do this. You cannot have 20 folks over. So, well, I'm having a family affair. This is going to be the family. The family has it too. It's not just limited to people outside of your family people. So we have to educate. So to answer your question, we have to educate people. We have to educate in the poorest community and the wealthiest community. And that's one thing about me. I don't look down on anyone. Poorest to the highest. There may be any difference. Everyone gets treated the same.
Thank you. The next question comes again from Dr. Elaine Harrington. Her question is, specifically, what areas can you cite as the most priority concerns for District 3 for you to lend your leadership to?
Of course, like I keep saying, my number one concern is to have a safe and secure environment. And I cannot overstate that. You all have to feel safe in your homes. You don't want to keep hearing gunshots going off over behind your house or somewhere. That's the number one thing. But the next thing is we have to get these streets taken care of. So, for instance, I used Webb earlier. Have y'all been down Webb Avenue, Webb Street lately? Down Webb on the other side of St. Mark Church. You go down to Webb. Webb has got cradles in the road, cradles. And then you go into the back of Webb, where the apartments are, there's no pavement. It's straight dirt. When it rains, it floods. So that's a priority. We have to fix it. It doesn't make sense that we have solid dirt road in the city of Tuskegee. We're not talking about the rural area. We're talking about the city of Tuskegee. And this doesn't make any sense to me.
Thank you. We have no further questions from the audience at this moment.
Thank you. I have a question that is on my list, but it relates to Mr. Muhammad's question regarding the vulnerability of the community in Ridgewood, right off of Howard Road up there. And you were mentioning disseminating information. The question would be, how will you promote community engagement and unity in the era of COVID-19?
Well, like we said, we can't have many gatherings, but we can go door to door and talk to people and educate people. We can go door to door. They don't have to gather. We can go door to door. And the people that do have Facebook or use Facebook or whatnot, we put it out there on Facebook. But the main thing is go to door and educate people. And I know one of my mom's church members have been doing some work over in that area, going door to door. But we need to increase that more, increase it more, and just go door to door and educate people period, about how serious COVID is.
Okay, now taking that just a little bit further, and I understand that part of it, how would you effectively disseminate information to the citizens in the city and the citizens and the diaspora of Tuskegee outside of the city? How would you communicate with them?
Well, like I said again, well, a lot of times Facebook out in the rural areas you can't get, you don't have Wi-Fi. I understand that. A lot of areas out there, because I know they're going to be taking the buses out for the kids to use the Wi-Fi off the buses. So that'll be a good time to put a lot of stuff out there. Then, when the kids are using the Wi-Fi on the buses, to get it out to them, then you might have to even do mail outs. Yeah, folks, everybody still gets mail. It might be good. Donald Trump might be delaying it some, but it's still flowing out there, y'all. So we might have to do some mail outs out. We got, like I said, we got to think outside the box. We can't keep doing business as usual, because this is not a usual time.
Okay, let's shift gears just a little bit. And this is something that is another one of those elephants in the room that everybody always talks about, and we've been talking about it for years, ever since I moved back here. As City Council person for District 3, what are your plans for attracting and sustaining businesses and jobs in the city of Tuskegee?
Well, right out off of Notice, I got out there on what's called the industrial park that's been there since we were growing up. The industrial park is not being used like it should at all. So first of all, we need to get some business to come to that industrial park. I think that we have to piggyback on our tourism too, because we're gonna have the Airman's Museum, Moulton Field, and then once Jeff gets his business up and running, that's gonna bring some more people in here. But we also need to look at maybe getting with the museum down in Montgomery, the Black Museum in Montgomery, the Lynching Museum. We might need to get with them also and set up like a tour package. You know, see Tuskegee, go down to Montgomery, you know, just set up tour. Tourism is our number one thing. Come see the university, do those things, and we need to go ahead and get businesses into that park. But you're not going to get business into the park until they feel that workers got a safe environment, you got to have good schools, you got to have housing. Those three things you have to have, people, to get people here. You got to have safe environment, that means law enforcement. You got to have schools, good schools, and you got to have the housing for them. You got to have adequate and nice housing for them.
That's a perfect segue for the next question. It leads me right into this one. How would you, as City Council person for District 3, promote the city and the assets that the city has to offer? How would you promote it?
Like I said, we have to promote what we have. We gotta, if it's come to, well, we got Joe here, Joe Thurman. We get with him. He can help us work on some things, but you also got the museum here, the museum downtown. We have to get out the word to different areas. We have to have a professional company to help us promote Tuskegee. We might just have to do that, get it out and promote it, because it's a lot to offer, and it's a lot of culture. It's a historical black town. It's nothing like Tuskegee. So we gotta put that out there and let people know, hey, come see Tuskegee.
One more question for you. When it comes to attracting businesses, as you answered that question, one of the things that you were saying was making it attractive for people to move here. What specific plans do you have as District 3 council person to create a better healthcare system in Tuskegee?
Well, excuse me, with, as you know, I'm sure everyone knows, the population of Tuskegee is going down. There was more people living here when we grew up than it is now. So it's going to be almost virtually impossible right now to get a hospital, because we don't have the population, the quota for the population to get in. But what we need to do is get a 24-hour healthcare facility, something that basically can sustain, not quite ultra trauma maybe, but just get 24 hours that they can go to. We can get us something 24 hours, because we won't be able to, right now we're not going to be able to do a hospital, just being realistic. I'm not going to tell you that that's going to happen. But if we can start with that, then we might be able to get a hospital later on. And that's one thing I did not name. When I named 3, I should have named 4. We got to have health care. We get businesses there.
Thank you. I think we have another online question, Ms. Tolbert.
Yes, we do. This question comes from Ms. Lenora Gould. She asks, how do you plan to clean up law enforcement such that law enforcement can be positive examples for the community?
Well, Ms. Gould, how you doing today, first of all? I'm going to be very active in law enforcement. I'm going to be one constable that's very active in law. Meet with the city manager, and I'm a voice concerns of my constituents. If these guys not getting out, not doing what they're supposed to do, are they doing crazy things that they were not supposed to be doing, then you have to deal with it. You got to deal with this. You're going to have to put these guys, if they do something crazy, you're going to have to put them on administrative leave till you investigate it and take care of it. But you got to have the guys. First of all, we need to start to recruit. I think we should recruit people and send them to the academy and train them ourselves from here. People that's from here. Get some people from here, send them to the academy. For instance, we have one guy, I guess he probably won't mind, Cooper. He's a local guy. We sent him to the academy. He used to be a school teacher at BTW. He's a great deputy. Turned out to be he's a great deputy. And so that's one thing that the sheriff tries to do. He tried to find local kids around here that he's a mentor to or whatnot that's interested in law enforcement. He sends them to the academy. And then you say you bring them up like you want them. You bring them up, teaching them right. The dudes and let the old heads teach them. Now we don't do that, man. Officers don't do that. That's not what you do. You just train them. And some of them, we also send some back that we have to send them back and get them retrained. If you can't, you got to just try to retrain them. If you can't, then you got to let them go. Simple as that.
Thank you very much. As we've reached the end of another episode, could you please take a moment and tell the citizens why they should elect you as their District 3 council member for the city of Tuskegee?
Sure. To my neighbors of District 3, on August 25th, I ask for your prayers, support, and vote. I have dedicated my life to public service, and it has been ingrained in me at an early age to be a man of my word, to be humble, and to treat everyone with respect, no matter their economic status. So again, on August 25th, vote and elect Orlando Whitehead, District 3 Councilman, the change we need and can trust. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Whitehead, and thank you to the viewers and our audience for your questions today. The thread will continue, so Mr. Whitehead will be answering further questions on the thread on Facebook, on Tuskegee TV, Tuskegee Virtual TV. I'd like to thank our chat box monitor, Ms. Elise Tolbert, our timekeeper, Ms. Lucinia Dunn, our hostess, Ms. Marion Garman, our AV programmer, Kim Motor City with Anointed One Productions, and Mr. Bill Perry on audio. Join us tomorrow as we conclude our interviews and our forum with the mayoral candidates beginning at 6 p.m. tomorrow on Tuskegee Virtual TV. Please like and share with everyone. Good night. Okay, that was that. Now this is your time and this is your chance to make a difference in your community. Make sure you make comments and reply. Stay tuned because we expect to have some more videos coming soon. Make sure you go out to the polls. Thank you, Tuskegee.